Mickey Factz just joined us. We just talked.
Before I saute and parlay words, gotta make sure I drink from the heart-shaped herb.
I dreamt of this since the time you let MauSe rock. And Cannabis X and Nori when the bass dropped. Even when Beanie Siegel was up here with State Prop. Whole killing Grammy family, you telling Jay stop.
After the sniper bullet, Royce. I had an outlet when I dabbled in drugs. Shocking that I got mad at the plug. No curtain in the bathroom, just glass in the tub. Are you G? You was till you took a blood bath in the rug.
I'm going to start a Rhymecology review section.
I think that's beautiful, and I think that's wonderful. I was wondering when you were going to do that anyway, so I'm glad that you started that.
I really just want to talk about your album, and I just want to really tell you what it meant to me. You created a feeling. I think that we've gotten away from that, and what this album did was bring that back for me.
Wow.
So this is what I wrote for you.
I'm excited to hear this. Let's hear this.
All right, when you hit a certain age, hip-hop can become an escape. When that happens, the feeling hip-hop gives us is the opposite to bills, dermatologist appointments, nose hair trimming, all that. So it feels good when you put on a Griselda record and you hear the constant drug and violence references because they're creating an alternate reality to what people like me go through, albeit momentarily. However, this experience causes us to separate our sonic experience from our wives, our children, our reality. So what Mickey Factz did with his 2021 album, Hue, an audio last will and testament, was bring all of our real life issues and feelings back into the world of hip hop. Without 1 ounce of softness or corniness, Mickey Factz delivers a full album dedicated to his son who just turned 1 year old on its release date. If you know Mickey Factz, you know his music is always bar heavy. And when I say bar heavy, I'm talking triple entendres that sail over a casual listener's ear. And while he still has the poetics, he still has the rhyme schemes, and still more doubles than a lot of people, that's not what this one is about. Q is easy to listen to. It makes you feel like you're getting to know Mickey in a personal way that is hard to attain in most hip hop.
Right.
Q is sonically beautiful with the samples that stay bouncing in your head long after. The emotional piano stands out in Find a Way, setting the tone for the album. Mickey chose to have a number of vocalists bless his tracks in a wide range of R&B styles. For me, highlighted by Showtime and Bay God, who gave warm and inviting vocals. So while there have been a number of MCs who mention their children and mention they're doing it for them, there has never been in recent memory that I can think of anybody who created an entire album dedicated from father to son. This album, which lacks a single curse, will forever live in his son's consciousness and will guide him whenever he needs.
Wow.
This is the album that I wish I had written for my children. And I can only imagine other fathers feel the same.
Bro. That's
it.
Can you send that to me? I need to read that. I need to show that to the wife. That was an incredible review. You should be doing reviews, period. I don't know why.
I think that's my. I need to be inspired, and that inspired me. You know, it's like when you're watching Brady or something. You're like, no one's going to get to that level. No one's going to have put in the 10,000 hours before that to get to the stage where you can write an entire album without bragging about yourself, without bragging about bars, without bragging about anything one time. Now, I will say this. That's the second time you've done that. Because in MauSe, you also are not rapping as an MC, you're rapping as the graph writer, the painter.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the highest level of skill.
Yep.
That is actually harder to do. People don't even think on that level, and they probably don't even listen on that level to where they're like, oh, this dude's not even rapping about rapping. He's rapping about something totally different. And I think that's a hard level to attain.
Well, first off, thank you very much. People who have told me, because I didn't really promote this too hard because the Tony Williams record was the last record to get cleared. And I didn't know if Good Music was going to allow this record to come out. And so I didn't think it was going to come out on his birthday. I thought it was going to come out that Thursday instead of that Tuesday. So when it came out, I didn't even know it came out. And I was like, this is terrible. So I stopped promoting the project to come out on that Tuesday, that Thursday prior. So it didn't really do as well as my other projects. But the people who have heard this project literally share your sentiment, like no exaggeration. And for me, what's scary about this, right? First of all, I agree with everything you said. That's one. Two, there is no cursing on it. Three, there is no braggadocious stuff on it. And what's the more tasking thing for me on this is that this was done in 2 to 3 weeks. Because if we remember, Rhymecologist came out November 25th. And when I started working on this project, I want to say the day after Christmas, maybe 2 days after Christmas. I had only had one verse written, and that verse was the record with Bun B. And I had recorded that verse. So I had that verse and I had that chorus. That was the only thing that I had. And I remember telling Aisha, I was like, I really want to put this thing together. I want to put this project out on his birthday. So I wrote this project. I kid you not, I wrote this project in like 3 or 4 days. And I recorded the whole project in a day.
Really?
I recorded the whole project in 1 day. And it took me 8 hours to record 10 songs.
Oh, man.
And then I put a harsh timeline on everybody to get their vocals in. So their vocals were coming in day by day, day by day, day by day, just to meet this deadline. The artwork came in on I want to say the artwork came in on the 12th. The project was already done in terms of what I had done. We were just mixing. We mixed up until that Wednesday before it came out. We submitted everything that Thursday. And, Corey Guns was supposed to be on Chin Up instead of Bun B. He never got it done. Bun B did that verse for me in a day. He did it for me in a day, bro.
Beautiful.
And I'm just giving you a lot of the backstory of this because I don't think a lot of people understand the mental strain it takes to do something like this. Mind you, in the midst of this, I want to say in the middle of me mixing, Aisha is like, okay, I'm done with my project. So now I have to produce her project.
Yeah.
I made all the beats for her project. That took me 2 days. I produced her whole project in 2 days, made the beats. We go into the studio. She recorded what she had to record, and she knocked it out in 5 hours, I think. 4 or 5 hours, she knocked it out. And then I went back to the studio, finished mixing my stuff, went back to the studio again, mixed her stuff, and made it sound how she wanted it to sound. There was a specific wavelength she wanted it on, 250 megahertz. And, we did it. So technically, I produced one whole project and then executive produced and wrote another project. I did all of that in the span, literally and legitimately in the span of 1 month.
And it's all fitting though, because it was Aisha's project. It makes sense. And the track you have about her too was needed to hear. Beautiful also. But yeah, the universe works in crazy ways. All of that happened. And then with all of that, unbeknownst to you, the thing drops on Yu's birthday. Come on. That just shows that you're aligned with who you need to be aligned with.
Higher power, God.
Man. But let's not get it twisted because, some of the, I mean, just, all right, first of all, when you just say something like, I want you better than me. Simple, beautiful. You're a treasure to me, on a level that I could never be, I think was the next, something like that. It's simple, but beautiful. And then you know, of course, I got to say, the two people came together and made one. It's a double entendre that I create, son. I mean, come on, son.
Two people came together. And made one. That's
I might be showing her my old face.
And then you know, I love the you don't have my nap. What was it? You don't have my naps.
Yeah, you don't got my. He don't got none of this.
Yeah, but
judging by the way you snore.
And he doesn't sleep like you, right?
Right.
And then I love don't end up a backslider that could have been full of sin because you bored without a bulletin.
Yeah.
So like you're giving advice, and what I think is so beautiful about this is that you wrote this when he's 1, but when he's 21, there is nothing that's not going to be relevant. When he's 41, this is going to be relevant, and that is hard to do.
Wow.
But it will translate into any age that he goes, man, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
Let me ask you this question: what is your favorite song on this project?
I have different ones for different reasons. I think I love Melanin.
Black privilege, matte finish. That skin is made out of Factz image. True descendant of our ancestors who defended us from the clan members. Hallelujah for this tan texture. Powerful color, cocoa powder and butter. You're the child of your mother. Be proud to discover all hues ain't you. You're the hue that is hue. Can't get a better view. Stand on this pedestal. Sun-baked prince. Your tone is the night of the soul that stays
lit. For the real standout. I love Lessons.
That's my favorite song.
I love Lessons.
Look, the game of life is like chess and we deal with a lot of pawns. One move at a time, gotta be brolic strong. This is an honest song. Hope it hit more ears than the field with column corn. Row after row like a boat on the water pond. Shout to every father in the world.
Ended it with the You Are.
Yeah, You Are is my second favorite song on the project.
You were the dream that I dreamt, the cream of the crop, the deepest of depths. You are my joy in the dark, the ploy I use when I am avoiding the shark. You were the boy in my heart, you were the reason I work, the goals I achieve, my peace when I'm hurt, my soul when I breathe. You are personified, you were your mama's eyes, you were your father's vibe, you were the honor I get whenever I walk inside and people are compromised.
You know, shout out to you and what you do, you know, in terms of mental health. You know, like I brought that into the fold and into the firm, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was necessary and needed, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jilly, Mickey Factz has something to say to you.
Hello.
You have an incredible voice, Jilly. Hey, remember me? I used to sleep in the bed. Have to. And you know, we're gonna set something aside for us to get something in, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Jeff's the homie and you know, you have a great voice, so we could work with that.
Great.
Thank you. Peace.
Look, I had to pull this out. I had to pull this out. This is what your Hughes 1 going on 2. This is just a little poem I wrote for my Natalie when she was going on 2.
Oh, let's hear it.
I'm just gonna do it. The other day I had to tell my wife that I kissed another girl. And that it was so sweet. Not that it beat my wife's kiss, but I know life is going to speed up and these kisses might be harder to come by. In fact, I know they're going to be harder to come by. That's why I try to kiss your lips every chance I get. And I bet every father feels the same. You see, I painted the town red, but now I happily peel the stains off my body and mind, one baby memory at a time. You see, you're almost 2. And everyone wants you to speak, but all I want to do is feel your lips upon my cheek. Because the day's going to come when your mouth's going to be filled with nouns and verbs and words that may sound absurd, but I'm not ready for that. Because I don't know if you're going to use your mouth to hurt or to heal. I don't know if you're going to use it to form poems or to construct deals. If you're going to pride yourself on holding your tongue or on keeping it real. This is not some spiel. I'm telling you, baby, you don't know how good those kisses made me feel. And I won't mind becoming an old man as long as you give me kisses and you hold my hand. As long as you smile when you see me. You see, I already got my 3 wishes from the genie. It was your mother, your brother, and you. And I don't need another one. I don't even need to see the sun because you are my favorite view. And when I get older with glasses, I'm going to remember the way your lashes tickled my cheek as I raised you to the ceiling. Because there's no words that can describe this feeling. Just say how much I love you.
Wow. That's powerful, man.
So that was, so you made me pull that out of the archives.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
I know.
Good stuff. Still relevant to this day. You can still do that with your daughter to this day. So
I can't really raise her to see. I used to have Jackson on this hand and Natalie on this hand, and I used to be able to do this.
Not anymore. You gotta go back to the gym.
There's 7.
There's 7.
Yeah, but it's such a refreshing thing for someone who can write like you to shift the lane a little bit and let us feel.
We're not done.
No.
We got a lot more coming this year, on that type of time. We're gonna give everybody what they need from the Mickey Factz brand this year. You know what I'm saying? And I think Hugh is the alley-oop for that, right? Like, in April, I'm gonna just lay it out for the people that's here, that's listening. In April, we got this Blue and Knots project. Me, Blue and Knots did a project together. And that's coming out in April, right? So that's more of a, we do some conceptual things, but to me, it's more of a unified kind of thing, right? And it's just strictly hip hop, right? Then I have my Black Dahlia brand with Fly D'Antoni. That's probably gonna come out late May, around Memorial Day. And that's just basically me having fun, doing the party vibe, doing this generation's era sound of music, and playing with auto-tune a little bit, just kind of venturing out, And then July, we got the dinner table, which we're gonna do a lot of finance rap. We're gonna do grown rap, finance rap. And Hugh was the launch pad for that, right? So that's gonna be an easy listen, just like Hugh was, but I'm gonna do a little bit more promotion for this one. So when I go up to the radio stations, it's all going to be finance freestyles. And I'm gonna be teaching a lot. It's a lot to learn, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna learn a lot from this.
Yeah.
Then September.
Dumb it down for us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dumb it all the way down. People gonna fall in love with what I'm about to do. And then September, I have a protege from Dallas. He reminds me of a young Nas. He's super, super talented lyrically. And I'm gonna take him under the wing. We're gonna do a project together. That's gonna be my only bar heavy project of the year. And then
Blue and Knots is gonna be pretty.
Oh yeah. I mean, but it's not gonna be a lot of songs in that one. So that one is a little, it's a little different, And Blue is Blue. Blue is gonna do what Blue does, and people are gonna fall in love with what I do. You know what I mean? And then obviously the last project of the year, which is already written, is MauSe 2.
Don't come on. Don't tease a kid. Come on.
It's written already, man. It's done. It's literally written. All I have to do is record it.
Oh my God.
We're 18 songs in for that, and it's extensive. It's
I need it right here. I need it in this form.
I know.
This is my album, and I put it on the wall, but I'm making room for it. I'm making
People-
room for MauSe
people-
there.
People want MauSe 2.
Or MauSe 1. Either one I'll be putting up there.
People want it that way, and like MauSe, A- was a part of that as well. A- was a part of what. There's some things that I'm gonna do on MauSe 2 that haven't been done. Lyrically, visually, we are taking and emotionally. This is a heavy emotional project that I don't know if people are ready for.
I think well, yeah, give us a little time in between summer and MauSe so we can really get ready for it.
Yeah, because I gotta shave my head. I gotta go bald.
Oh,
I gotta shave this. It's a lot that goes into this, because it's gonna be a lot of twists and turns. It's I don't know if the people are ready. This took me, so it took like the concept and fleshing it out in my mind. It took me about 6 years, but writing it out, finally letting every beat breathe. It took me a month to write the album. It took me 1 full month in quarantine. I said, okay, since we're quarantined, the month of May in 2020, I sat down and I wrote the whole entire album, the whole thing. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, man.
It's not danger. Is it Danger and Deadmau5? It's not that, is it again?
It was. It still might be. There's some things that I'm doing, like the initial stuff that I wrote to was Danger Mouse and Deadmau5. But it might be inspired by them. So like I might have some people replay that same thing over. But the stuff is, let me tell you something. This stuff, you want to talk about lyricism? This stuff it's like watching a movie.
Concept albums right here.
Yep.
Number one. And number 2 is Prince Among Thieves, and number 3 is Disposable Arts. So these are all incredible concepts, but I felt like what you did with the original MauSe by not rapping as a rapper is always that's a big thing for me. And capturing capturing New York City,
that time capsule.
To me, it just stands alone.
Andy, do you think that pop art has sort of reached the point where it's becoming repetitious now?
Yes.
Do you think it should break away from being pop art?
No.
Are you just going to carry on?
Yes.
The first MauSe, the right soundtracks for your eyes. Spray can on the ground, that's my supply. From an era where you found crack all the time. Fiends got a body child back for $1 sign. They sold kids for a dope binge. Family tree branch broken, no Timbs. Most men made girls sell their own skin. I chose pens, a street artist who wrote gems. Gold rims on the 89 BMW. 18 on the screen, Mr. T was thug. 18 with a dream, no sleeping drug. Let me tell you what I'm dreaming of. Gallery space, walls get removed from the palettes I make. Lost in the groove of reality, wait, it's for your eyeballs. I'm from New York, son, thought I'd remind y'all. I'm from the era of Hulk Hogan and crack. I'm from the era of Hulk Hogan and crack. I'm from the era of Hulk Hogan and crack. Hulk Hogan and crack. Hulk Hogan and crack.
Trust me, I'm ready for the story.
Oh, the story is I wish I could just tell everybody, but I can't.
No.
It might be better than part 1. It might be. It's gonna make you cry. You know, it's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you happy. It's gonna make you proud. It's a roller coaster, and that's what hip hop is supposed to be. Hip hop is supposed to be a roller coaster, man. That's all I'm saying about MauSe.
Leave it at that. If you're watching this and you don't have or know the MauSe album, I mean, let's stop right here. Go get it, because it's one of the greatest works. It's a work of art. And we're talking about MauSe 2 right now. But if for some reason you don't know MauSe 1,
oh man.
So as we're kind of wrapping up, I'm gonna put on a little lessons from the Q album.
Not a song, hope it hit more ears than the field with column corn. Row after row like a boat on the water pond. Shout to every father in the world, we got a bond. We ain't gotta speak or even meet to correspond. The flame in our hearts coincide from arm to arm, connecting through the fire like Shaka Khan. Hugh, I'm writing this for you, don't bottle charm. Let it out, when in doubt, avoid nonchalance. Delivery's important, don't wing it like Papa John's. Insecurities shouldn't be masked, this isn't Comic-Con. Make sure your word is solid bronze. You can take it to the bank, follow the script like italic font. When adversity drops an atomic bomb, you still deal with emotions like Wanda Vaughn. I seen what the pressure's about. When you gotta make a decision and depression's en route. When you making a living but you question the clout, that means maybe the feeling that you getting is doubt. This what the lesson about. Keep it etched in your scalp. If I'm gone and you tested, then I hope your memories, recollection come to pass and the message come out. That's an incredible vouch. Damn.
I already know why I'm here, but do you give me time or give me nothing at all? I already paid dues, that's why I faked you, boy. Feeling away, don't lie. We doing this thing, how we tied, how we doing this thing when we die. We doing this thing.
I feel like that was shadow boxing, right?
Yeah.
I seen what the pressure's about. When you gotta make a decision, pressures, and it's like 8, maybe 9, 10, or something like that.
Right.
Seeing what the pressure's about. When you gotta make a decision and you question the clout. When you're making a living but you question the clout, that means maybe the feeling you get in is doubt. It's 10. 10.
Yeah, 10.
That's 10,
Woo.
man.
All right, so
and it's within, right? It's within that same pattern.
If your ear's not really tuned to that, you might not catch that it's 10. Like you got to have a seasoned ear to catch that, because the song's already so beautiful. Like it's all like the feel it. Like that's where you're getting both worlds. You're getting both worlds there, and that's why for this out, like this is the standout. All right, well look, I appreciate your time, brother.
Same here, King. Same here. Appreciate you. Thank you. Please don't forget to send me that review.
We just talked about Hugh. You know my feelings on it. You know his feelings on it. I want to hear your feelings on it. I want you to hit Mickey Factz up and tell him about it, because he deserves to hear that love, the feeling that he put into that album. Man, you don't really get that anymore. So I was grateful to have this as my first Rhymecology review.
Wow.
And we look forward to doing many more. But for now, it's all about the man, Mickey Factz.
Smicky.
Peace.
Peace.